Sir Joshua Ninja family is now live. Streaming Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, shout out on Cameo Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous episode.
Okay, this is called Pathfinders, Wrath of the Righteous. This is episode 2. We're going to continue where we left off, where we're in the part we had. I think it looked like we were in a tavern, but we can continue it. I think we talked to her already. Oh, they're dead. The whole dead. How much? All dead. Too much to hold all day for 2 days. I never heard the army out here. Never. I was supposed to still fight, make the demons rule the. Here. Oh, the tale of a commandment you has you air permits a gray of shown. Choose his hidden military style. He learned and groomed his and ministry. Twinkle could his eyes in his eyes. It set it off in the jaw. His large and eagle flame. It's that here is a man who always ready to be on the move. Greatly, I'm greetings, I am her venture captain of Pathfinder Security Society. Security, I think. I am the supervisor officer among Pathfinder in the region of Medu. How the security is run, most of the operation here, alright? Operation here right now, besides me. There is mostly a Pathfinder here. Actually, I'm only stuck here because of a old feud with the demon worshipper known as a spinner of Nightmare. and I had to work alone without without the support of the security. But I made it a lot of that word's pretty hard to say. Acquaintance among the local mercenaries, I think, and during the fighters. If you need any of good fighters for the honest, cause we talk to me. Tell me about confront with the spinners of nightmares. It's all began with the task of Pathfinder security. I arrived in Nirvana, and my team is to investigate of suddenly death of the famous Crusader Barwin Falkran, I think it is. We'll soon focus on the small hospital for the weary Falkran was began to treat this short because his death. I turned out that the gang gone a hermit cultist called themselves the Labyrinth of mine of his creating of foothold at the hospital. Okay, I want to read a little bit of the past. The Pathfinder security. The Pathfinder is security, the global spin, the organization based on an organized base. In Absaran. The membership is console of primary of Pathfinder adventures in the travel through the garrison unusually intercontinental and explore the Duval of the otherwise experience to lesser seen parts of the world. There, seeing a journalist documentary their back travels to their venture captain who is assigned to them new mission to suggest a new place of explore the most exciting and imitate of those journals comply in the Pathfinder in a outgoing series of books to collect the history and mystery of Garrison. But I think it's Garrett, and I think for the membership of the general public. That's public security, guys. Guys, I cannot read these kind of words. The capital of the Crusader of Sayamandu, Neoson, I think it is designed the first foremost of defensive veteran to hold back the endless the market of the whirlwind. Near Sun is also the holy city of Many of the nominal residents are the worship of, and they include the Queen Grief, the ruler of Medu, Chief's form, the Council of Indel, and is central of the boast of Nerion, fiscal structure of defense of the city, that said that Ra Cat he Cadel also draw a face a pilgrim from afar of worship at the renewed holy site. That's the last time you can look at it. Continue. We're obvious with the twisting of the mind of their victim. And the target of fragile people to weaken and resist. The hospital was filled with the perfect victim. So late, the weakened from the outside world are completely helpless, and when they return the distance, we were most not return the we're distant most normal, but the moments there had certain promise something dark awake in their minds. They transform into the servants of the Baberment. I think I'm going to say it's pretty hard. Baberment already lied to betray that even killed the labyrinth, and the mind was prepared and infiltrate all those elite circles in the Mindel. The burden Falron stopped them. And he was too loyal to his oath to the resent to their spells, and he forgot for this freedom until the stain broke his heart. We opened and cleaned the city of Baberment pit of the vipers. There then was a cradle of sin and filth. They cast spells on each other. Their loathsome fantasies of stepping real from their minds into the world they're dreaming, the horrified for forbidden things, and they fight like they're mad and were burnt from the place to the ground and slaughter everyone we could, but the leader and the cult were able to flee, and they were set upon rage. Continue. They abducted my daughter and Laura Lurie, who who survived under my command in the past security. They left a note filled of tarts of insult, monarchy, and sneer from the note. Sneer or from the note. I learned the name of my enemies. The Spinner of Nightmares. A few months later, he confirmed that she was a leader of the labyrinths of the mind. My hunt had begun. I got Lori back at any cost. Harold grits his teeth with bulldog demise, and I think. I want to know more about you. What actually are you interested in? I'm a common Pathfinder. That's a Pathfinder. And there are many other like me. Faith in my other brought me to this island. How did you end up here? I work for an assignment for the Pathfinder security, and then a demon worshipper named the Spinner of Nightmares abducted my daughter, Larity, for the part of 3 years. I've been trying to save her during the time I become the specialist scouting the demon territories. I even planted an agent cultist, the truth toads, in the piercing of spinners of nightmares. No, spinners of nightmares. I've been acting more than behalf the Queen Gilfrey. Then the Pathfinder security is a long story, because I told you the rest of it sometimes. Harold frowned grimly. This Spinner of Nightmares is a true spawn of Abyss. I fought her many times, but I've never been able to seize her by the throat. Tell me about your daughter. Harold smiled and showed his healthy white teeth. As a little girl, Liberty was just an angel. We lost her mother early on. She was left and followed my example. A drifter with a little idea how to talk for 10 years. Girl, but even with such a questionable parenting, Lori managed to grow up into a wonderful girl, but brave, smart, beautiful, entire unbearable. She's always argues with me, but about everything. When Larry was 18 and she told me she was going to be a Pathfinder, all I said was, alright, I know there was no use to try to and talk to her out of it. And She was a fine Pathfinder. Herald sisterhood. This clamped with his painful sounding cracks. I never forgot the spinner of nightmares for talking about my girl from it. No, I meant taking my girl away from me. Tell me about the Pathfinder security. The Pathfinder security was a global organization new to opportunists, an adventure of all kinds, exploring the world, undercover secrets, travel, and some faces down the street. The time of trouble of the latter because our primal focus were driven to the curiously the desire of the making the world a better place, and of course some sneaking profit of hunger of glory. Here's Pathfinder security. Here you go. Can read it for a minute and pause it and continue. But of course, but in case of the handwork, they might send you anywhere on the mission we can have a little place in the security. It's more in for security. It's more for the seasoned fighter. There are security lodges in the city, many lodges in many cities, closer to the one of in Nero Yan. I'm going to say Nero Yan. They are each led by Venturous Captain, lead to lads like me. The guarded lodges in Abyssan to the center of the world, the Vader right site. These I'm going to say a D site. There is anonymous council of our leader. I have no more questions. If you have a question, come to me. I need to be a brave, experienced fighter. Your reply to my lad. You have to pay 400 to stand up straight. How much money do I have? That's amount not acceptable. I need to come back. How much money do I have? I have to go. Yeah, good luck. Welcome. Well, good luck. Watch your back. Once you trust your closest friend, the enemy is killing and terrestrious. End of dialogue. How much money do I even have? I could do it. I got $600, but I don't want to spend all my money. But
adventures await.
You replied to my lad for 400 standard rate. If I might do it. Great resistance has arrived in a dialogue. What? I can do something? I could choose another one? I'm changing it, my appearance? I want to add him. I don't know how this works. How does this work? I can take it. Maybe I need to update it. I want to do assassin. Let's do that. Oh, I cannot do this, guys. Oh, I think. Elemental Witch, I'm gonna be. I have a viper, a raven, a rat, a monkey, a lizard, a herd, a duck. I want to have a cat. Bezos. Rain Fate.
Their life ends here!
So many thoughts, so little time.
Defeat is not an option.
Forwards!
A solid spell's not working like...
Someone else would make better use of this.
That's what you get.
Damn, son!
I sense something.
I can find better.
Beautiful.
There is no greater satisfaction than in overcoming a challenge. That is, of course, until one day the challenge overcomes you.
I'm not talking, by the way. Characters have a player's character has a prepared a spell, a treat, actually require materials component as first kit, which you do not propose the material components energy necessary to cast the spells. If your spells require such as components, they would be listed in the description. Those are items are expanded to the spell cast. You materials component spells from the vendors. You can from an example visit safe places to the shop.
I tire of waiting. I'll make my own legend.
I thought I had like friends. That's what friend right there. I need to take a bath. I'll be right back. I want to see a man about a horse. I need to be back. I need to go to the restroom. And I'll be right back. Okay? Can we read this a little bit of this? And guys, if you're on it here, please fast forward while I come back and can read it if you want to follow. Guys, I'm back. Sia smiled at you warmly. Here's there. Hey there, doing that March thought the dungeon where we were getting a chance to and exchange for perhaps agreements. It's higher times I sneak. I shake your hand. I like to know more about you. Of course, you ask anything. I answer honestly. Tell me about yourself. Where are you from? I'm a little bit from Gab. I'm a little bit from Posh, but mostly from the Knights of Inadel. I was accepted to begin my training in the 14s belong to the ranks more than belonging to any other place. Where you come from Midel by the long road, haven't you? Very long one. So we looked at you, cheerful. I travel as expected to amuse the story. Unfortunately, you have only 3 tales of interest. I like to save them for the next few words. I will not have anything to show for myself when the time start to be bragging, and that just won't not do, especially since I won the night with the curry cautionary tale of the battle with the Capobrella. I don't know that word. Everyone can tell me what that word is. You cannot tempt me with the story about a fire of Chicapagara. I cannot pronounce that word, guys. And then not follow through what are that word by the way. Lawful. Is your attitude towards my life or war to careful explain for a paladin? Lawful. What the feast will be. I will talk when you celebrate the next victory. I want to try the lawful thing. You have an attitude towards life and war to carefree acts for a paladin. Was that a hint, a reproach? If you only ask that, no one. I do not think you so you to know when the next for a joke. When it's a time for a morning at the moment of joy of a sermon, and sometimes a good traveler story can be all those things. If you entertain purified of soul, that is a story about the cowbell and the one of a good one. You performed a action was a lawful. Continue. Picture a small town in Cadural. Caterer. I don't know what. Down in the dungeon, and the two murderers waiting for the execute for the gallows are allowed to build for them. The roads begin to but something life takes a surprise tournament suddenly of a paladin, and they'll approach in the doorway, offering a murder a deal of they're going to fight some monsters there if they are survived that is. Waste moss Sapi of the Palace Emperor of Kelsha of Quadira Kawara is a kingdom of the power of swallowing emperor. At its back, Quadira is a cash doorway to the inner sea region, perhaps a single most valuable piece of the real interstate of Ungaran. Here you can read it and continue. The big difference between the amusement of death, probably the probable death with a glimmer of hope. Glamour, I think it's glamour of hope. Will not you say? So here we are traveling through the desert, me and my friend of the priestess of Sarani, along with the little rat folks. And follow who asked me for help. And a cutthroat, we got to the rat folks village and see there is a body laying around and drained dry. We figure we have to fight vampires. That's how we like the rat folks to describe the monsters who attacked their village. That's why we went. And the businesses are like, the sun is high and the vampires cannot attack until dusk. Sorry, and Noah's to her face as the dwelling flower, the healing light, and even light, Saranray. No, I cannot pronounce that name, guys. Is it going? Goddess who teach the temperance and the patience and the things of compassion and the peace of are the greatest future, and the enemies of the faith of the redeemed. There should be a worship of a goddess of healing, honesty, redemption. Of the sun begins far to the east of Lanner Sea, in the vast of Hatteras, Emperor of Kyosha.